So we are going to go ahead and get started with Stretch with a Leader today. We have Tammer Attallah here with us. And Tammer is the Clinical Executive Program Director for Behavioral Health. Correct me if I got that wrong, Tammer.
Yes, Executive Clinical Director for the Behavioral Health Clinical Program. So just shuffled some words around for you, but it's the same word. It's the same word salad. So.
Okay, I tried really hard. All right, well, thanks for being here with us today, Tammer, and I'll turn the next few minutes over to you for our Live Well moment.
Well, thank you, Cammie, and thanks for everybody for being on. This is great. Appreciate all the engagement. I'm going to pick up some of these things that people are doing to stay cool, keep my family cool. But as I think about behavioral health a great deal, obviously in the body of my work that I do day in and day out, for which I absolutely love, I wanted to highlight a comment that was in the town hall. I was reflecting on that yesterday and talked about the power of we that came up in the town hall, which I really appreciated. But I want to kind of share some intentionality that I have had about living connected. So just from a personal perspective, despite the fact that I have the privilege of being in a leadership role, I'm a fairly introverted person. And unlike what many people think, I love people. So the idea of saying that introverted folks don't really like to be around people or get exhausted. That's the getting tired is needing my own time is really important. But I love being around people. I love being around my team, and something that I've been really intentional about has been really spending time and energy personally, connecting with individuals that, in our routines, we can be so busy in getting in these routines, and in some cases, even personally, kind of get into ruts where sometimes I'm not seeing people other than my own family, for which I love, but really being intentional about connecting with great friends that I've had and met over the years, and being intentional about connecting with them with the things I love to do. So I love to be outside. I love to bike. I love to ski in the winter. But being really intentional and putting in time to connect with old friends, with new acquaintances, and being intentional about that. Oftentimes there's never, quote, time to do that, but being really intentional about that. It's given me an opportunity to sort of feel more inclusive with the broader community, and it's been really, really helpful for me. I would also add within our own team, I really enjoy and the privilege of being around the team. As a matter of fact, after this call, we have a regular huddle, and I am so sad if I were to miss that huddle. I genuinely care for the people and feel such a connection with the people that I have the privilege to work with. And I actually get energy. Sometimes I may not say a whole lot. Sometimes I say a lot. But it's been really amazing when I listen to the camaraderie and the engagement, it really fuels me. And makes me really excited about the work. So feeling that connection is really special to me, and it's something I try to be really intentional about. And I wanted just to share a kind of a quote to kind of round things up that really kind of resonates with that intentionality for me. And this is from someone that gets quoted quite often in this space, but it's from Brene Brown, and she says she defines connection as the energy that exists between people when they feel seen, when they feel heard, and when they feel valued, and when you can give and receive without judgment, and when they derive sustenance and strength from the relationship. And I think that's what's exciting to me, and that's how we kind of think about, when I think about the power of we, and I think about sort of our intentionality, I think it just helps us in many, many aspects of our life. So with that, I'll hand it back off to you, Cammie. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks so much, Tammer. I really love that definition as well. I think that sometimes it's hard to truly define what connection is. And there's so many benefits to social connection. I recently read I don't know if it was a study or just a blurb, but it just said that social isolation is equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day on our health. Like, that's how detrimental it is to us to not be socially connected, and being intentional about it is important. So thank you for that reminder. Really appreciate it. Okay, we are going to move on to the stretch portion. Tammer, you can turn your camera off or keep it on, totally up to you. But I'm going to get myself spotlighted here so that we can start to move a little bit. All right, everybody hop up. Find yourself some space. Okay, so we're going to let's start with feet narrow hip width apart today. We're going to bring hands up so you've got your fists together. We're going to step the left foot forward and then twist to the left. Come back to the center, step back, and switch sides. So right foot goes forward, twist to the right, step back, and as you move through this, let your head stay in line with the center of your chest. So think about your chin and your sternum staying in line with each other. So a little bit of lower body warm up, but a lot more upper body mobility. Let's do one more each side. Okay, last one on this side. All right, step back, release arms, shake it out a little bit. Hands are going to go by our sides. We're going to step the left foot forward, but a little bigger this time. And then you reach up, look up at the sky, and then step back and switch sides. Step and reach. You get to decide how far back you're reaching, how far up you're looking. If you feel any compression or tension in your low back, then maybe just don't reach as far. Because this is all about moving and mobility and stretching, but not about pain. Okay, bring hands back to your sides. We're going to step feet together, thumbs by your shoulders. Step the left foot out to the left, and then arms reach to the right, big long side stretch. Come back to the center, and let's switch sides. Step and reach. And if a stretch feels extra good, if you want to spend a little more time there, feel free to do so. You don't have to go at my speed. Sometimes it's good for us to slow down a little bit more. Okay, we're going to do one more each side, maybe hold a little longer on this last one. All right, come back to the center. Let's do a few shoulder rolls back. And then take a big inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, hands are going to come to your thighs, move into a little bit of a hip hinge. So knees are soft, back is flat. Let's do some cat-cows right here. So you're going to pull your shoulders back, pull your chest forward, lift your head, and then round through the back, drop your tailbone towards the floor. Let's do a couple more like that. Again, moving at your own speed, within your own range of motion. Take some big breaths as well. Okay, let's come back to a neutral spine. We're going to come all the way back up. We're going to make fists and then place them on your low back, like right at the top of your pelvis. So from right here, squeeze shoulder blades together, push your fists into the top of your pelvis, bottom of your low back. Make sure knees are soft and maybe start to look up a little bit. And then we're going to release arms back to your thighs. Move into that hip hinge, flatten the back. And then stand up and repeat. So fists on low back. Big inhale. And then reach and hip hinge. Back stays nice and flat. Maybe start to lift your sit bones a little bit more so you feel your hamstrings. Let's do this 2 more times with each one. Reach forward, hip hinge, lift the sit bones. Last back bend right here. Get your spine nice and long, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Reach forward and hip hinge. Okay, we're gonna hold right here and just start to shift your weight a little bit side to side. So hips are just moving side to side. If you had a tail, you'd kind of be wagging it right now. And just notice how the stretch changes, where you feel it at. And then we're gonna stand all the way back up. Okay, take feet nice and wide. So toes are pointed forward. We're gonna sit side to side. So you can use your hands to support you. This is when you say hello to your inner thighs, because you probably haven't in a minute. Let's do a couple more each side. Okay, on the next one, we're gonna hold it. So we're sitting to the right. Take your left hand and plant your left hand on your thigh. So your right hand is free. We're gonna sweep right hand towards the left, reaching across your body, and then reach the arm out and maybe up a little bit. And let's do that one more time like this, because I'm sure you're starting to feel those muscles in your legs working hard, holding you up. Bring both hands back to the thigh. Let's press up. A little rest, and then we'll move to the other side. Okay, bend the left knee. Right hand is on the thigh. Left hand reaches across. Let your head turn with it. And then reach the arm out and maybe up a little bit, depending on your own mobility. Do that again. Reach across. And then out and up. Both hands on the thigh, press back up to the center. And let's turn the toes out a little bit and sit back to your right. Okay, from right here, left toes are gonna pop up. And then press both hands into your thigh and push your chest over towards your left foot. Okay, put the foot down, let's switch sides. Lift the right toes, press your hands, reaching your shoulder over towards your right foot. Okay, put the foot down and let's come back up and bring your feet back together. Okay, bring the hands up by your shoulders. You're gonna take left foot, step it back. Okay, and then take left hand and push it towards the opposite wall. Come back in, step forward. Right foot steps back, right hand pushes and turns. Back to the center, we're gonna do one more each side. Step back, push and turn. Back to the center and other side. All right, release arms. Let's do a few shoulder rolls back and then a few shoulder rolls forward. And then take fingertips to your shoulders and big elbow circles back. Maybe a little slower than the shoulder rolls. Be gentle with your shoulders, especially if there's any catching or popping. Okay, let's go the other way. All right, now we're gonna release arms and big circles back. It's really hard to do both arms at once. So again, be really gentle. And go the other way. All right, release hands down by your sides. Just try and relax and do a few ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Just going at your own speed. And then head back to the center, a few chin to chest. And we'll finish with one big inhale, reach up. And then exhale, release arms to your sides. Okay, you guys are all done.